In last week's video, we discussed the advancement rules of the OneonOne Arena matches. Only those who win 4 consecutive rounds can directly qualify to represent the Ganwu Universe country. This means that after Luo Feng lost to Rongjun in the 4th match, he had to enter the losers bracket to compete with 9,374 other contestants who had also been defeated in the OneonOne Arena. After losing to Rongjun, Luo Feng realized that his lack of flexibility was a major flaw as a spiritual force user. Following Babata's advice, he upgraded his flying spiritual weapon and rigorously trained in flying techniques under Babata's strict guidance. As a golden-horned beast, Luo Feng possesses many martial arts and movement techniques, among which absolute space can enhance his flexibility. However, this technique is primarily suited for the golden-horned beast because Luo Feng lacks wings and a tail. Fortunately, Luo Feng has Babata's help. Babata, once the AI of a marquis immortal Huyen Bo, knows many advanced flying techniques. To maximize Luo Feng's efficiency in training, Babata recommended that he practice the Myriad line flow instead of following Huyen Bo's more rare techniques. Babata believed that Myriad line flow was more suitable for Luo Feng as it has a similar effect to absolute space. In fact, the most important factor in choosing a technique is its suitability, not its rarity. Have you ever wondered why taking a master can significantly improve training speed? In the upcoming episodes, we will see Luo mentioning that if Hong becomes his disciple, Luo will not only be able to teach him the techniques he has accumulated throughout his life but also guide him in comprehending the original law of light and the original law of time. Does this mean that simply having a master allows a warrior to easily grasp the threshold of the original laws? So why is it that many well-mentored warriors in the genius competition still fail to reach this threshold? The truth is that no matter who you are, comprehending the original laws requires personal effort. The key advantage of having a master lies in the techniques they teach. Techniques are created by warriors who deeply understand the original laws and aim to enhance their attack power and agility, allowing them to better harness the power of these laws. This means that during the process of practicing a technique, warriors can follow in their predecessors' footsteps, experiencing the subtleties of the technique. Over time, warriors with high comprehension may not only advance in martial arts but also touch upon the original laws, even crossing the threshold. This is also the reason why, after watching the match between Luo Feng and Rongjun, Hong decisively chose to become Luo's disciple. Even though he knew that becoming a disciple meant wandering the stars with Luo for about 20,000 years, possibly never returning to Earth, and even facing the risk of being left to train alone if Luo suddenly went into seclusion, Hong did not waver. He understood that if he continued to stagnate, not only would his training speed slow down, but he might also be left far behind by Luo Feng and reach a plateau in his martial arts progression. Training in the Myriad line flow can also have a similar effect to touching the threshold of the original laws. Although the golden horned beast has a peak bloodline, it isn't the best match for comprehending the original law of space, meaning it can't allow Luo Feng to naturally perceive the law of space. However, both Myriad line flow, which was collected by Huyen Bo, and the golden horned beast's inherited technique absolute space are specifically designed for the law of space. As the golden horned beast continues to train in absolute space while Luo Feng's human form focuses on mastering Myriad line flow, the two techniques complement each other and offer mutual insights. Although Myriad line flow did not significantly push Luo Feng's comprehension of the original law of space, or even help him reach the threshold, it did greatly improve his agility and speed, resulting in nearly double the improvement compared to his performance in the OneonOne Arena matches. Without Babata's hellish training, Luo Feng might have faced some difficult opponents in the losers brackets. There were around 50 contestants who had already touched the threshold of the original laws but lost in the OneonOne Arena. You might wonder why strong geniuses like Rongjun and Luo Feng, who have reached the threshold, were matched against each other in the OneonOne Arena. If the virtual universe company had grouped contestants by strength, like in the melee battles, they wouldn't have met. In fact, across the entire Ganwu universe country, only about 500 contestants have reached the threshold of an original law, while there are 625 qualifying slots for representing the universe country in the OneonOne Arena stage. Based on the numbers, those who have reached the threshold should directly advance. In fact, the virtual universe company set it up this way to challenge the contestants. Take Luo Feng, for instance. If he had directly advanced, he might not have realized his weaknesses, putting him at a disadvantage when facing elite opponents from other universe countries. While Luo Feng currently ranks within the top 10 in the Ganwu universe country, compared to other universe countries, he'd be lucky to make it into the top 10,000, with no hope of breaking into the top 1,000. Unlike in the melee battles, where losing means immediate elimination, in the OneonOne Arena, even those who lose still have a chance to shine in the losers brackets. After all, there are 275 advancement slots in the losers brackets, while only about 50 of the contestants have reached the threshold of the original laws in this stage. Therefore, the advancement of these 50 contestants is certain. However, I believe the virtual universe company might also be using this setup for profit since fierce battles draw in large audiences. For example, the intense fights involving Rong Jun and Luo Feng in the melee battles attracted a lot of attention. Back to the plot. Under Babata's strict training, Luo Feng made rapid progress. In the losers brackets, he barely encountered an opponent that pushed him to use his full strength. The 9,374 contestants served more as sparring partners, allowing him to test the results of his training. Luo Feng's astonishing speed of improvement left many elite talents far behind and even shocked some immortals, who found it hard to believe. After all, within just 3 years in the losers brackets, Luo Feng's strength had become recognized as second within the Qianwu universe country. However, despite Luo Feng's impressive performance, many immortals still believed that his overall strength was inferior to the top geniuses from other universe countries, making it unlikely for him to break into the top 1,000 in the entire universe. In fact, only the top-ranked contestant from each universe country has a chance to compete for a core membership slot in the virtual universe company. Since there are only 1,000 such slots, even if each universe country were allocated one, 8 universe countries would still be left out. Moreover, if certain universe countries have multiple powerful super geniuses, it would further reduce the chances for others. Therefore, many believe that it's inevitable for Luo Feng to ultimately lose. Of course, there are also a few immortals who have high hopes for Luo Feng, given his astonishing rate of progress. It's worth noting that after the losers brackets end, there is still time before the competition among the 1,008 universe countries begins, giving Luo Feng a chance to further enhance his strength. However, not many immortals hold this view because they are unaware that Luo Feng has a clone. Shortly after the losers brackets conclude, the golden horned beast successfully completes the nurturing of its Masha clan clone. Without the Masha clan clone, Luo Feng would likely only barely make it into the top 1,000. As his strength would be no match for the top geniuses from other universe countries. Are you wondering why the Masha clan clone is so helpful in boosting Luo Feng's universal ranking? Isn't it true that each contestant's physical attributes and spiritual power are controlled by the virtual universe company, making it impossible for Luo Feng to compete using the Masha clan clone? Do you recall earlier in this video when I mentioned that warriors with high comprehension can attempt to grasp the original laws by training in secret techniques over a long period? Unfortunately, the original law of space is an upper law, making it much more difficult to comprehend. Even with Babata's hellish training, Luo Feng could never touch the threshold of the original law of space. Thankfully, Luo Feng possesses the Masha clan clone because every member of the Masha clan is a natural-born master of the original law of space. This means that compared to other species, they can more easily perform space-related techniques. The only drawback is that the Masha clan perceives space fluctuations through their skin, unlike the golden horned beast, which does so through its domain and technique training. Therefore, this perception cannot be directly transferred to Luo Feng's human form. However, the Masha clan has a unique innate technique, that is replication. Luo Feng uses this technique to replicate the golden horned beast, allowing him to better train in absolute space. Thanks to the Masha clan's keen perception of space fluctuations, Luo Feng's training in absolute space becomes much smoother. Meanwhile, Luo Feng's human form continues to practice Myriad line flow, cross-referencing it with his insights from absolute space. Through long-term training, Luo Feng's understanding of the original law of space deepens slightly, making his movements more agile. His overall strength experiences a qualitative leap, bringing him closer to Rong Jun's strength. Even among the top elites across the 1,008 universe countries, he now ranks in the top 50. It's exciting to see what incredible performances Luo Feng will deliver next. What do you think? Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.